Well, it, it it's one thing, I mean, females will call black guys this and that, call white guys this and that, Mexican guys this and that. And there's me. Indigenous men, the last 2, 3 years now, they've actually stopped calling me misogynist. I'm someone who can't get the female. They, they, it's literally dropped to non-existent comments about them saying that shit to me. I don't mind being called a colonizer. I don't mind being called that. Being called that is just like a feminist calling me a misogynist. Now, one of the guys I do follow, um, I guess he's the one that created MGTOW.tv. I'm not sure. I know he's not black. I know he's not white. He's not Mexican. He's not indigenous. But he is a man of another race. This particular race, he's having the same problems with his race of females. The religions that he knows that he grew up around. It, he's speaking from a religious point of view on females' nature. I was simply just trying to speak about females' nature without any other type of point of view connected to it. Because it gives females an excuse to blame something else other than their own actions. Fuck, where did I put it? I didn't bring it out with me. But I got called quite a few other things while I was looking at his video. And, it just, it kind of made me look at it from an actual point of view of one's race, of one's culture. But, I mean, there's nothing you can really do. Other than just be in control of your own emotions. That's it. I mean, I don't mind it when people try to gaslight me. I mean, I'll either choose to go along with it or I'll ignore it. It all depends on if I'm bored or if they actually believe what they're saying is facts. Most times, it's not facts. And when I finally get through to them, their whole content they create has changed so drastically. They won't speak on serious issues no more. I don't know everything. I try to know enough so I understand, whatever they're coming at me with, I better know something about it. I mean, it may not affect me now, but it might affect me 20, 30 years from now, and that's not the kind of plan I want people to be having around me where it's going to affect me later on down the road. But, I mean, can't do nothing about that. All you can do is just like, right there at the beginning. Do I trust them enough to keep them in my life, or do I cut them out now? I mean, I definitely don't trust females. I'm not gonna try and have them in my life. Wasn't even trying to have my female relatives in my life because they weren't trying to get a job. They were trying to stay home till they were told to actually fucking leave. They weren't trying to do anything else with their life except find a man to do everything for them. This is why every content creator of MGTOW Red Pill is constantly repeating the shit they say over and over. It's not because we don't care to expose that part of female nature. It's not that we don't want to see other men, live a life that we couldn't. We just want to inform men of the dangers. Just because before 2020, 2019, even my gaming bros, my own gaming bros, they're like, wow, I'm getting all kinds of messages from females. I like, hey man, you saw what happened to my two channels. You saw what I post on my channels. I know you watched them through PlayStation because you couldn't watch them actually on your YouTube because you're a woman or a female relative. Someone you knew that didn't like you watching, hearing what I was saying. I mean, I had to watch a couple of gaming channels from my PlayStation on the PlayStation wall itself. I just scrolled it, you hit the unmute button, I mean, I wasn't hating. I just I don't want a different type of algorithm coming from YouTube that I'm already fucking been forced to get used to. But yeah, I watched a lot of my Gaming Bros channels on the PlayStation itself. You know, where you go do an update status. Because for a long time, I wondered how my gaming buddies knew I was doing a live stream if they weren't subbed to me. And so I scrolled through the PlayStation itself. You know, there's a spot just like on Facebook where you can comment, and there's other sections on PlayStation for other shit. But yeah, that's how they knew I had a live stream. They like my content, but I mean, even now they're still too scared to actually come out and say they're MGTOW. I mean, I wouldn't blame them. It's a chaotic world right now. I mean, most of the guys that have other guys that care about them fucking live out of state or live 50, 40, fucking 100 miles away or some shit like that. Yeah, I'm sure there's guys in my area, you know, that know me, care about me, you know, but not enough to be like, hey, man, still alive? Hey, man, somebody picking on you? Treat them as your haters. Use that as keep going. Don't let their words be defeat. Let their words be your motivation. Because obviously they're hating for a good reason. And that good reason isn't really a good reason at all. It's just a good reason for them. What they believe, what they've been brainwashed to believe. But yeah, I sent that a video of that guy, you know, who's speaking about other females of other races, of the religions and cultures. And I wanted to share it to a few other indigenous men too. Let them know. I said, hey man, this dude isn't black. He isn't white. He isn't Mexican. He isn't Asian. He's actually from part of the world where religious war's been going on forever. I mean, yeah, some of the laws here in America, yeah, it sucks for a man, you know, but other laws in other countries, you know, they get tied in with religion, you know, and marriage laws especially. It's better for men in other countries to get married. for men like Canada, Europelandia, USA. A couple other dominantly ran white countries. Sucks for you to be a man to get married in one of those countries. When I say countries like that, I mean westernized countries where feminism just runs rampant. They say they ain't feminists, but they are. I don't hate them for that, but if they don't want to come to terms with the truth on that, that's their problem, not mine. I mean, I'm not gonna make your life any worse because you don't want to believe it, but I'm not gonna make your life any better. I mean, if you don't want to make my life worse, and just because that's not my problem. 'Cause my problem is every time a indigenous man looks up Diana Davison, feminists prefer genocide, especially indigenous men. When I ask them to look that up, and then they go tell an indigenous female about it, and then they contact me. What are you doing telling him about this shit for? That's white man shit. That has nothing to do with indigenous people. I said, you go watch that shit. You watch and you find out how MMIW got started. Based on a fucking lie. For money. That's colonizers. That's what it means to be a colonizer. Some of them have stopped using that word because of that video and my reply after that. And then they want to try, well, white men aren't any better. I was like, it doesn't matter what race he is. Men don't use the legal system to destroy a good person like feminists do. See, my report got me banned till the 9th across all apps. That's how serious big tech is being with me. See, I understood, because I used to have two Facebook accounts, one main one and one backup. So every time starting this year actually, every time my main account got banned, my backup account got banned. Every time my backup account got banned, my main account got banned. So now the big tech is doing that all across all the apps now. If I get banned on one app, I'm getting banned on all the apps. That's how they're working now. I don't know how it is for anybody else, but that's the way it's working for me. I mean, the awesome part is Twitter removed some African president's tweet, and that African president removed Twitter from his country. Now Twitter is mad because they've been silenced. And they think they deserve, they could be free to roam in a country where they want to be able to tell that leaders of them countries what they can and cannot say on their platform. And if the leaders of the countries can't say anything on the platform, why should that platform be allowed to be in that country? Period. I mean, so it's a fucking joke. Once everyone that in their head gets silenced, and they're all done using the internet, the next ones to go are the feminists and liberals, and they're gonna be kind to everyone else who don't use the internet no more. Oh, we don't have freedom of speech no more online. We can't use it. Y'all started something, and it's gonna end with you, and not in the way you guys like it to end. I mean, 2019, no female was looking at any of my gamer bros as a potential boyfriend material. After 2020 lockdown, oh, I'm interested in gamer guys. He could be a stay-at-home useless for nothing. I had a gamer buddy that said, I still live with my mom and this female wants me. And like, did she want you before 2020 lockdown? You're like, nope. I was like, hey man, just show off all your shit. Show it all off. Show off everything you've ever got. Say, hey, I never would have been able to afford this if I had you a couple years ago. Now that I see my worth and what your worth really is, I'm glad I invested in myself. I mean, every guy who creates content for MGTOW, Red Pill, they have their own approach, but they also do have their own personal experience with females. The awesome part is, you know, we will acknowledge when we were at fault in some points of the relationship. We will also talk about, men are evil too. But for the most case, in today's society, men are the victims. But that's not the way it's seen. I mean, How can you sit there and think that you weren't the problem? I mean, I had her type, but, I mean, a couple of racist people killed her. Can't do nothing about it except be a ball baby, move on, and grow from it. I ain't gonna let the actions of the few ruin it for the rest of their race. But yeah, at the time I found out, I was in a different state of mind. I mean, but even then, I was like, I was at a point that, the government already did what they did, the church already did what they did. Nobody couldn't hurt me any more than them two systems already did. And I found out people could still hurt me. But I just kept moving on, kept moving forward. Yeah, every once in a while, you know, like when I'm home alone, like right now, I'll sit and grief about my loss. Contemplate, why did it have to be racist people that killed her? And then, this start thinking about other shit, did enough grieving for that moment of my life. There'll be another moment. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to getting my fix for the day. Stay numb. But keep logic on my side while I'm numb.